This lesson has 3 vocabulary words: power, base, and exponent. Example number 1. Write the expression using exponents. I can see here that I have negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 3 times. And I have 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 4 times. So in exponents, I'm going to take my negative 2, and because it's in parentheses, it's important that I include the parentheses. It's showing 3 times, so it's going to be the exponent of 3 times, using multiplication here, the base 3, and it's 4 times, so it's to the 4th power. Example 2, we are writing this expression using exponents. And as you can tell, I have an A here times B times B times A again times B again. Well, I have 2 A's, so let's write A to the 2nd power. A times A is A to the 2nd power, or A squared. Plus, I have 3 B's, so let's write B to the 3rd power, and that's my answer. For example 3, we are told to evaluate negative 2/3 to the 4th power. So what this is telling us that we're going to multiply negative 2/3 times negative 2/3 times negative 2/3 times negative 2/3. So 4 times we are writing negative 2/3. And as you know, with multiplying with fractions, you're just going to multiply across. So 2 times negative, or negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. And we know the same thing over here, negative 2 times negative 2, positive 4. Multiply 4 times 4, we get 16 as our numerator. Do the same thing in the bottom, 3 times 3, which is 9. Over here, 3 times 3, which is also 9. Combine them together, we get 81. 16 over 81. You can also write this, negative 2 times negative 2 times, let me put this in parentheses, negative 2 times negative 2. So the negative 2 is factored 4 times, and 3 is also factored 4 times. So multiplication, 2 times 2, 4, 4 times 2, 8, 8 times 2, 16, 3 times 3, 9, times 3, 27, times 3, 81. Either way is okay to do. A word problem for number 4. The deck of a skateboard has an area of about 2 to the 5th power. So this here is read as 2 to the 5th power times 7 square inches. What is the area of the skateboard deck? So we're trying to find the area of the skateboard deck, and we're going to take the 2/5 times 7, and that's going to give us our square inches as our area. So 2 to the 5th power, we're going to break that down. It's 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 5 times we're writing down the 2 times 7. So let's figure out what's in parentheses. So let's work this out. 2 times 2 is 4. Times 2 is 8. Times 2, 16. Times 2, 32. So now I have 32 times 7, which is 224. And that is my area in square inches. For example number 5, we're going to evaluate the expression if A is equal to 3 and B is equal to 5. So what we're going to do is we're going to substitute A for 3. It's going to be 3 to the 2nd power, plus B is going to replace with the 5. That's to the 4th power. So let's work this out. 3 times 3, that we know is 9, plus 5 to the 4th power, or 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. We can see we can go with 25 times 25. 25 times 25 is 625. Add 9 plus 625, we get our answer of 634. Example 6. Evaluate the expressions if A is equal to 3 and B is equal to 5. So once again, we're going to substitute for A. So A is going to become 3 minus, and B is going to become 5. All that to the second power. Now we solve inside the parentheses first. 3 minus 5 is negative 2. And when we have negatives, we put the parentheses around the numbers. Negative 2 to the second power, which is negative 2 times negative 2, which is equal to positive 4.